impressive. Here's a look at the tail of the tape, and of course the only number that jumps out at you is the number on reach. But it was Angelo Dundee who said, don't give me height and reach, give me a guy who can fight.
In the red corner, from Miami Beach, Florida, with a record of 23 and 3/16 by knockout, wearing white dress with a red prim, weighing 211.5 pounds, Jose Nino Ribalta. And in the blue corner, undefeated in 25 bouts, 23 by knockout, from the Catskills, New York, wearing black trunks, weighing 213.5, Mike Tyson. 10 rounds.
I expect a clean break all round, and when I tell you to break, I want you both to stop punching and step back, protecting yourselves at all times. Remember, a foul can cost you the round. Mandatory 8 count is in effect. Watch your low blows and watch the holding and hitting. Any questions here? All right, I want a clean contest. Good luck to both of you. Let's shake hands.
Okay, don't anybody go to the toilet or the refrigerator. Just as expected, Tyson's right in the chest of Ribalta. Ribalta has problems with Marvis Frazier. Couldn't keep him off. Inside, not to try to exchange punch for punch. He can't do that.
And that was a right hand by Tyson that at least got the attention of Ribalta.
You notice the way that Tyson's looked, the way that Tyson has developed as a fighter.
Left hand knocks Ribalta off balance.
Ability, that throw combination, you have to have it all.
Tillis did. Of course, when we talked to Tyson, he said, I don't mean to take anything away from Tillis, but if I were to fight him again tomorrow, I'd knock him out in 1 round.
A pretty good move by Ribalta. He was able to tie up Mike Tyson. Cases like this, you know, Ribalta has to keep those hands up at all times.
Big right hand again, but Ribalta.
Body. I think with the height advantage, he has to go downstairs first. That Tyson throws is going to take a great deal of wearing down on a tall man like Ribalta. Tyson throws some vicious shots to the body.
No.
Hurt by it.
Right inside, you gotta think of this. When you get close, he's just gonna look to play. You gotta keep your defense tight, bring him up, you understand? Use a good hard shot, a real hard shot. You win in the fight easy, you understand? But you're a little lazy. It looks like you're a little lazy. Turn the intensity up, you understand? Yeah. Use the jab hard jab. You can beat this guy with the jab alone. Whenever you get inside, don't lose the tight, keep your hands in punch. Hit him right up, rip him up to the body, rip his body up, you understand? You just missed him with the two. But
te lo juro que se va a ver. Jabs up, go cross here, listen to me.
¿Estás bien?
Todo tranquilo, okay. Put your jab up, Jose. Go across here, you're throwing too high, man. Let's go.
Haga su boxeo, okay?
Somebody in Ribalta's corner does have confidence. I understand they made a significant bet before the fight, taking 7-1 odds.
They didn't get enough. Kevin Rooney in Tyson's corner saying, keep the jab down. His trainer said his man is tough after the first round, so now we'll see.
He knows that the uppercut that Ribalta threw, those are the type of punches that are effective against a guy like Tyson. But you got to time it. Think about Tyson. He has speed, puts a lot of velocity behind his punches, a great deal of power. There's the uppercut again.
Well, it's an interesting technique, Ray, because he's not running like Green did or staying away.
He wants, rather, to make Tyson respect him. Conroy hand by Mike Tyson is inviting.
And there was an uppercut. What a shot. Off the ground. It really did. Ribalta trying to bang with Tyson and gets off the ropes.
What's the right hand, Barry?
Tyson's body punches are absolutely devastating. There's a good left to the chin.
There's the punch. Terrific uppercut. The reason, or one of the reasons that Tyson has such punching power is that he always stays in punching range of his opponent. He's on top of him, so that those kinds of punches will frequently hit an opponent without the opponent seeing the punch, and those are the punches that do the most damage. There it is. Never saw it coming.
This is the third round, and you wouldn't have found a lot of smart money saying that it would go this far.
Watch the way that Mike Tyson works that body. It's a thing of beauty.
His body shots are so hard, there's a distinctly different sound.
He's punching very, very clean, very clean.
We'll just sit back and let you listen a little bit. See if you can tell the difference in the sound of Tyson's punches.
All right, break. Hold. No. Watch your head. No. Keep him up.
Three good examples right there, and then the uppercut behind it.
All right, hold up. You got it.
Left hand.
No.
Tyson looked at Ribalta at the end of that round as if to say, what are you still doing here?
The category of who to thunk it.
No.
We will remind you that Harold Letterman, our official, unofficial judge.
One thing about Ribalta, he is not intimidated. Hey, game plan is starting to work now. Either they want Tyson to punch himself out, which is not going to happen, or they want him to get careless.
He has been more effective in the later rounds, so I'm sure that's the thinking of his corner, is if he gets by 4 or 5, but decision that most everyone feels he won.
No.
Ribalta's been trying to throw some straight right hands, right? It's not going to work because Tyson has that bob and weaving style.
Ribalta got himself in trouble on the ropes again.
Tyson just turned southpaw.
The gloves. Lunging left hand by Tyson. The right hand was a little short. Other right hand partially caught on the gloves.
He is in there with a professional. He is dominating the fight. And again, the point right now is to see whether Tyson can sustain his fury.
Tyson has taken to a decision screen.
Ribalta between rounds. Okay, now you can start to dominate the fight.
Ribalta's been giving away rounds, especially inside. You notice that Tyson throws a great deal of body.
That was an uppercut by Ribalta, and Tyson right back with 2 shots to the body. Ribalta getting off the quicker punches there.
The punch is going to get there first. You notice when Ribalta throws his uppercut, his chin is wide open. He is so susceptible to the right hand. You notice how he throws his punches, Barry. He drops the other hand. He never lets up. He keeps that momentum. He's like a train, locomotive.
Right hand by Ribalta.
The guy has a chin. Ribalta has a good chin. And that's what's been saving him thus far.
Let's see if Tyson can step it up here.
You know what's frustrating Mike Tyson is the catching, the tying up that Ribalta has been doing from the very first round. As much as he wants to.
We have a Spanish interpreter, and is this now start the pressure him.
Yeah, because unlike Tillis or Green, as he mentioned, Ribalta is staying in the fight.
Ribalta has stand power. I mean, no one expects too much from Ribalta.
It's a combination from Ribalta and also a low blow by Ribalta.
Looping uppercuts.
Oh, no.
And also, like Tyson's going to say, got to throw more punches. Less than one punch.
Tyson just missing that uppercut.
Watch your head.
Sure, as Kevin Rooney in his corner would like him to. That was a good left hand.
Hey, hey.
I think so. I think in fact, the style of Ribalta is creating a few problems for Mike Tyson. Maybe it's the height advantage.
He still is not seen, as Larry mentioned, the bigger heavyweights, the Burbicks at 227, or the
I think his style creates problems for a guy.
thing to mention is that Mike Tyson
Mike Tyson, because he's fighting the right way.
in rounds with quick Tillis.
On the left glove of Ribalta.
There was a big right hand, and that hurt Ribalta. But again, Ribalta showing a good chin.
Here's Tyson at work on the ropes, and there's that big right hand. But Ribalta came right back.
Crowd taking up a chant of Jose.
Great, great.
Well, they're appreciative of what has been a rugged battle on the part of, can't say the challenger, but and Jose got the worst of that one. The mouthpiece goes, and Tyson is on top of him. Halfway. There's a big right hand, and Ribalta is about to go.
This is all instinct.
And another big right hand, back to the body.
His mouthpiece has been knocked out, so there is no spring.
And there's a smashing left hand. And Tyson has not finished his man off. Ribalta is still there.
An
impressive round for Mike Tyson on a number of scores. Let's take a look at Tyson at work. There's a nice uppercut, followed by a good two-punch combination and two rights. And there goes the mouthpiece all the way down to the casino. Later on in the round, it looked like he knocked something else out of his mouth, and it wasn't a mouthpiece, and I hate to even think about what it was. Fighters, knockouts against good fighters are by attrition, not by just one big punch somewhere early in a fight. And Tyson has been wearing down a game opponent.
Now,
Balter are still not there yet. The spring is left.
another big left hand.
On his legs.
And he's out. He's really out. And just on top of Mike Tyson. And Tony Battle will have to take a long look here.
A right hand just zinged by the chin of Ribalta. Look at the hands. Look at that left hand of Ribalta. Watch for a straight right hand.
Ninth round.
That's the right hand, Barry. He's tired. And now that Tyson, all he wants to do is counter.
Tyson's really taking...
Drop that right hand. Just pick his shot. I think he's surprised that Ribalta is still standing.
Let him go, let him go, let him go.
10 seconds remaining here in the 9th round, and it appears as if Jose Ribalta will survive yet another storm.
I don't know if this fight makes Ribalta a star in Miami, but he's earned some respect.
No question about it. He's not run. He's not just tried to survive. He's tried to fight the man. And he actually caught Tyson. From it. And Tillis tried to stay out of harm's way. And the crowd, again, showing its both appreciation and support. Shot, and Ribalta's down.
So do you want to continue? He said, yeah, hell yeah. That's a fighter.
And that's it.
I want to say that there's no way Ribalta could win the fight, but I think the official was wrong for stopping it. He had come back from those punches before. There's no reason to believe that he couldn't have survived that round.
Let's take another look, Ray, at the end of it all. Big left hand there. That put Ribalta down.
Well, Ribalta held his own. I was surprised and very impressed with the fact that he was able to really deal with the pressure of a Mike Tyson. He clinched, he tied Mike Tyson up, never allowed Mike Tyson to really get off some good, clean punches until the later rounds. Here, Tyson with that aggressive style and working the left hook, he was able to hurt Ribalta a number of times, but Ribalta maintained his composure, very poised.
Number 1 scheduled 6, but hold on to your hats. Nobody thinks it's going to go that far. Oh, there he goes. He's just going to pull his way in. Those rights to the body. Left jab, right to the heart.
Quickly want to point out, first fight for Michael Jack Johnson in 2 years.
I'm glad you pointed it out because down he goes, the left hook.
23-pound weight advantage, and he put it all there.
There's so much power in that left. I mean, that's the kind that breaks ribs, folks.
That was a left hook to the liver.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, here it comes.
There's the left
There's the hook to the body.
And
He missed the
with
right.
the right.
Yeah.
You know, I've said this before, but, well, here's another person who could stretch Mike Tyson. David Jaco, the white fighter in the dark blue trunks, mixed it with the best. Tony Tucker, Pierre Kutzer. He's knocked out Razor Ruddock. This guy, 19 wins, 15 inside the distance. He can punch, he's durable, he's got height, he's got reach. What can Tyson do? He can attack him, that's what he can. He is no respecter of anything, Mike Tyson. He's young, he believes implicitly in himself, like he's having to face in Albany tonight. And he's clipped with the right hand. Lucky he was going back. wasn't then. Left hand, Tyson, left hook, down. Well, round one. This is Tyson's 16th fight of the previous 15, 11 inside a round, and this is going to be another one. The referee's letting them go on. I thought he'd stopped it. Tyson thought he'd won, but the end surely can't be far away. The right hook almost dislodges Jaco's head from his shoulders. They should stop this. He's really had enough. Well, they're letting it go on. Jaco's shipping a lot of punishment now. There is no way he is going to win this contest. It's the 11th of January, and if they fought until next New Year, he wouldn't win this fight. It's not if, it's when Mike Tyson wins. Could be literally any second. He's taken 2 counts. 3, it's all over. Well, the 3 knockdown rule applies. All academic. Tyson wins fight number 16.
Undefeated Mike Tyson, warmed up, loosening up and ready to go, looking for knockout number 14. That's his opponent, Sammy Scaff from Russell, Kentucky.
With a record of 13-6, 11 by KOs, slamming Sammy Scaff. A record of 13-0, 13 by knockout, Mike Tyson, 10 rounds.
Now look at the height difference, at least 6 inches. Scheduled for 10, but don't go away. Tyson already coming in, got in a short left hook. There's the big left hook, and that rocks Sammy Scaff.
He's taking his time. He's pinpointing his punches. He's not over anxious. That's the first punch he's missed so far.
And gets his body into those punches.
You got to watch this one real close.
Blood coming from the nose of Sammy Scaff already. He might have broken his nose already.
That's right. It looks bad.
Scaff is on the run. Blood just pouring down from the nose of Sammy Scaff.
Tyson does not throw wild punches, Sam. That's
big left hook. And there is Scaff down.
3, 4.
The count is 5
for the rest of the year.
6.
The count is 7. This one's over.
9.
This one is over.
It's all over. He tried to make it. Sammy Scaff tried to get up.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome aboard Big Bob Coley. This young man hails from Catskill, New York. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Mike Tyson.
Fight number 11 for Mike Tyson, Sterling Benjamin. The opponent, Tyson, in the dark blue trunks with the white trim. Sterling Benjamin in the red. Last fight, Atlantic City, bit of a come down now. We're in Latham, New York State. We're in round 1, Tyson's 11th fight. 10 wins, 7 inside round 1. Did I say 7? Make that 8, perhaps, in fight number 11. The count is 5. Just beats the count. On they go. Is he going to make the belt? Somehow, you know, I just kind of doubt it. There's only so much punishment anybody can take. That is the limit of Sterling Benjamin.
The heavyweights are ready. 12 of Mike Tyson's 16 fights have ended in the first round.
This gentleman has 17 wins, 9 losses with 8 knockouts. All the way from San Jose, California. Boxing fans, here is Irish Michael Jameson. This young man is undefeated in 16 professional bouts with 16 straight knockouts. From Catskill, New York, ladies and gentlemen, here is Mike Tyson.
The rules were given to you earlier.
Tyson only 19. Jameson, the veteran, a huge height and weight advantage and a 2-inch reach advantage for Jameson. Now on the verge of becoming a world-class man. Don't blink. This is round number 1.
That's the word to use, Ken. I don't think there's going to be too much of a feeling out process, so to speak, in this fight. Set the pace right from the word go.
Mike Tyson is a finisher. He's established that early in his career.
He started the fight off with some wicked right punches. People have compared his punching power to guys like George Foreman and Joe Frazier, saying he punches the same, but he's so much faster.
It could be over early. As we pointed out, Tyson's longest fight, a 4th-round KO of Don Halpin in his 3rd pro fight. Remember, he's been a pro for only 11 months.
Yeah, Ken, he has a long road ahead of him. Jameson is doing what I think he has to do, and that's keep on the move. Keep Tyson off balance and don't lay on those ropes and let him get set up for those wicked punches he throws. He's connecting very well, though, with some good body shots, hard body shots.
You look at him, he's done what a lot of fighters have been unable to do.
Jameson's hands, both his hands are down by chest level.
Just 13 days ago. And he had a first-round knockout of Dave Jaco. His next fight, February 16th against Carl the Truth Williams in Troy, New York. This is the first round. He's trying to finish off.
Good left hook to the body. That's a very good sign that this young fighter right to the body.
Jameson now within 15 seconds of surviving the first round. Mike Tyson in the black trunks figures to be the next heavyweight champion of the world.
Tyson
he's after him, and that's the end of round number 1. Mike Jameson will tell his grandchildren he survived a round against Mike Tyson. Set now for round number 2. Mike Tyson takes a quick left from Jameson.
To get that left jab out and keep this little guy off you.
Here comes Tyson. Jameson battling back right above us here in Atlantic City. Ooh, a right connects to Tyson. One thing about Tyson, he has really not been tested in his career.
A lot of the so to speak, boxing experts are wondering now what happens when this young kid that can punch so hard. This is what experience will tell. Everybody's yet to find this out.
Certainly not as a pro. As an amateur, he lost Los Angeles.
Jameson is profusely. It's going to go in the eye and it's going to affect his vision. I think it was opened with some of those nice uppercuts that Tyson's been throwing when he gets close to him.
Quite a contrast in conditioning here. Tyson superbly conditioned. Extreme height. He's 5'11". Has the huge neck, 19 3/4 inches. Tyson, the strong left to Jameson in round number 2.
236 pounds, and he is just pushing this big guy all over the ring, pushing him away, maneuvering him into positions where he wants him to be so that he can land the best punches.
Mike Jameson, very evident here in the second round. The boxing folks here in New Jersey that would have to disappear, and it has.
99% of the time, it did hurt him.
The left, the right to the side. Mike Jameson comes out swinging against Mike Tyson. The third round. Tyson, as a pro, has rarely seen the third round.
I think Mike Tyson doesn't know the word back up. He has not taken one backward step in his fights. He has been continually pushing forward, pushing the fight, setting his type of pace.
Tyson very, very dedicated.
Jameson grabbed him, held on to him, cleared his head a little bit. A little bit of experience is starting to show here. Jameson, he knows what to do when he gets hurt.
He's done quite a bit of clutching and grabbing in the first 3 rounds. And if you were in that position, that would be a pretty good philosophy. You see the low blow, and Tyson gets a warning, and Jameson let everyone know that he'd been hit below the belt.
Yeah, a little bit disrespect for the judge's decision there.
Mike Tyson boxing world here in the first month of 1986. They're hungry for a new heavyweight, for someone who is as aggressive as Mike Tyson, against an outmatched Mike Jameson.
Feel the effects of those big punches, such as that good right hand that snuck in there.
Round number 4, as we mentioned.
I caught just when Jameson went into that clinch there. He's 6'4", yet he dropped his head really low and clashed heads with Mike Tyson. The referee picked it up, thinking that Jameson's intentionally trying to butt Tyson. So you learn all these little tricks.
Mike Tyson getting tested more tonight than he usually has been, and knows that Charles the Truth Williams in mid-February. Mike Tyson takes 2 steps forward. Let's go with a couple of lefts. Now a right, a left. He's got him down.
It's very seldom you see a heavyweight throw a combination of 5 and 6 punches, but Mike Tyson does it.
At age 19, trying to extend his record to 17-0.
And he's going about it the right way.
Here he comes, Tyson, who wants to be a finisher like Ray Leonard, Ray Robinson, and Joe Louis, here in the 4th round in Atlantic City. For young Mike Tyson.
He's just one tough customer.
The last half minute took Tyson into the 4th round before he was KO'd in
the knockdown, Ken. You see the explosive punches he throws. A flurry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 punches. You don't see that in heavyweight divisions.
This is live action in round 5. Mike Jameson, the 31-year-old from Cupertino, California, near San Jose. Mike Tyson, Sports Illustrated cover boy, trying to end it here in round number 5.
Jameson is doing at this point what I think he should have been doing from the first. Oh, he just took a right hand to the top of it.
Mike Tyson is a winner again. His record goes to 17-0.
Gentlemen, you're boxing under the rules of the New York State Athletic Commission. 3 knockdowns in any one round automatically ends the bout.
His career record is 18 wins, 4 losses with 12 KOs. Here is a very rugged Reggie Gross. He's undefeated in 21 professional fights. 19 of those fights, 19 fights ended in KOs, 12 of them in the very first round. He is the most exciting heavyweight the world has been waiting for. The undefeated Mike Tyson.
Fighter must get up following a round blow, or he may be counted out. Fighter cannot be saved by the bell, except in the final round. Mike Tyson, in his usual right trust, goes right to work on Reggie Gross. Now Gross with an 18-4 record. The best thing he can do is try to 2-out this guy himself, because virtually he had no shot to win the fight if he was in the boxing express. Gross trying to jab and keep Tyson off him. They have exactly the same reach. But Gross has that 3 inches and half advantage. But Tyson outlawed him to those 2 balls in the round. For him to beat Tyson, it would certainly vault him right into the world rankings. And it's a great shot at this stage in his career to have a shot at Mike Tyson. But Tyson is just another fighter and another month until he gets his shot at the title. Ranked 4 by the upper. 13 of his 19 knockouts in his 21 wins have come in the first round. And it's supposed to defeat that movie with Reggie Gross. The last 2 times out, he's able to go to distance. A difficult battle against the screen last time out with the entire wave. But Tyson won every single round. Before that, he was a distance against Richardson fights. They fought more recognized the points. I think that would be the best way to describe them. The fact of the matter is, Reggie Gross has dropped that lead. And if Reggie stands flat like this, he won't be able to ring to on either. But 18-4 for him, inside the ring. Reggie doesn't look out much around the pocket. Throwing around punches, but not landing too much. That time he landed on Johnson to the corners. Hits the ball of Mike Tyson. 5, 6. The count is up to 6 and 7. The Tillis, he opened up. Conroy shot. He wants it around there. The left hook. The cross is down. Getting some punches there. And see how wild he is? He's wide open now to the left. And watch it. He feints, moving the body, moving the trunk around. One out with the uppercut, and now he's wide open for left hook. There he is, right there. The outstretched right arm. Get back up and continue on. And this was the closing flurry that ended it. After that, Gross was able to get up a different angle for you. Again, watch the uppercut will land. The right hand will land. There's the uppercut. Now the right hand will land. Not too heavy. Now watch the left hook. Bang, right there. He lands it right on the button. This is the final knockdown again.
That is the official word. In the meantime, Mitchell Green has some business to take care of. Here's a look at the record of Mitch Green. The one loss to Trevor Berbick, the draw early in his career, 10 knockouts.
Oh, he's ready to go to work. Perspiration on his body. Look at his facial expression. Very serious individual tonight.
He doesn't look like, to me, like he's going to get any roles on Dynasty.
No, I don't think so. Or the Love Boat, for that matter. 24-3 record as an amateur. He says he plans to have the title by age 20. And a tail of the tape, of course, a 10-year age difference. I'm not sure how much of a factor that will really be. The reach advantage for Mitchell Green, but the height advantage could be significant, Larry, if Mitchell Green decides to make it significant.
He tipped in at an even 225 pounds. This gentleman has 16 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, with 10 knockouts. He is ranked number 7 by the World Boxing Council from Queens, New York. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Mitch Blood Green. And his opponent in the blue corner, wearing the black trunks. He weighed in at 215 1/4 pounds. This young man is undefeated in 20 professional bouts with 19 knockouts. From Catskill, New York, ladies and gentlemen, here is Mike Tyson.
I want a clean fight. Protect yourself at all times. Any knockdown, go to the corner and I stay there until I tell you to come out. 3 knockdown without the fight automatically. Protect yourself at all times and listen to my commands. Check hand with the bell sound of a fighting corner.
Fight that we showed you here on HBO, that between Larry Holmes and Michael Spinks. Round 1, Mike Tyson right on top of Mitch Green.
Just as expected, Mike Tyson comes out like a locomotive, going straight for Mitch Green. Green, what he's going to have to do to be successful is to box. Pretty much do the same thing a boxer should do to a puncher. Keep that jab in his face and not be intimidated by his punching power.
Both of them said that he didn't double up. He just was a little bit lazy, especially in the later rounds. So we'll see what he does about that against Mitch Green.
Well, Mike Tyson told me the fact he was somewhat a little reluctant to go full steam because he was going 10 rounds. I had the same experience when I fought my first 10 rounds. But being conditioned like Tyson, there is no major problem.
He has them. He told us he definitely has a fear when he climbs into the ring.
What is your adrenaline? It's that anticipation of facing your opposition, knowing that he's capable, and the fact the crowd here who are definitely for Mike Tyson.
And he, of course, will be quick to credit Customato with his career period.
And about the head of Mike Tyson, staying close to his opponent. It's similar to Joe Frazier. Always aggressive, right in front of his man. Now we see some head movement by Mike Tyson.
That was about a 3-punch combination by Mitch Green, Ray. But once again, it looks like Green is off balance when he throws his punches.
Well, the mistake that Mitch Green makes is the fact that he doesn't coordinate his fist. He's slapping his punches. And you have to make a guy like Mike Tyson respect you. Have to get those punches in and get him in sharp. That's the uppercut that was working for quick Tillis.
Remember, this is only the first round. And shots to the body.
He can't allow Tyson to get inside and work his body. Because in doing so, those body shots slows down your maneuverability.
Here you'll see, after the bell, right there, that last punch, and you'll see that that's what Tyson tries to do.
He's not been successful mainly because he's not tying his man up right. Got to grab those arms.
Customato's former pupils, I'm sure Larry Merchant will talk a little more about that, but his gloves are actually down around his chin rather than up on his cheeks.
What I'm looking forward to seeing whether or not this clinching by Mitch Green is going to frustrate Tyson because it has a tendency to really frustrate a fighter.
Good left hand by Tyson. Green got a couple of punches in, but as far as how solid those punches are, there's no comparison. Now Green holding and hitting.
In fact, he should get a warning here from Mitch Green from holding behind the head. Bad habit of leaning back. Watch the left hook of Mike Tyson land. Every time Mitch Green moves backwards, they would throw quicker shots. There's the left hook I was talking about. Those short shots, Barry, are very effective.
Take a breath.
Well, he stays right in his opponent's chest because what happens by him being so close, it compensates for. You notice that there is no mouthpiece in Mitch Green's mouth. He was knocked out by a left hook.
To Green's credit, he hasn't taken a backward step. Whether that's wise or not remains to be seen.
You notice time and time again that left hook and those little short shots. Very effective shots.
And he did draw a warning from Luis Rivera, the referee, about holding. Green's in trouble.
Those shots to the body is doing it, taking his toe. Really working. A lot of body, a lot of leverage. The body shots. Watch for the left hook. There it is again, Barry. Very effective. The uppercut's working beautiful for Mike Tyson also.
When Blood Green was a gang leader, they say he had over 100 men in his gang. Right now he needs some of them.
And again, Mike Tyson bolting out of his corner right on top.
Mitch Green is doing the wrong thing. He's fighting Mike Tyson's fight, trying to fight him inside, trying to exchange punch for punch.
Exactly what Green's corner. Green has been bleeding from inside the mouth, and I can't help but wonder if maybe might not have suffered some jaw problems when he lost his mouthpiece in that last round.
When his mouthpiece was knocked out of his mouth, he kept his mouth open.
You know, the last fight that Tyson had against Tillis, and what a shot!
Mouthpiece is gone once again.
Started to say, but is he doing that tonight?
Well, the problem he's making, he cannot...
blood inside the mouth, even between rounds, as we mentioned. He can't help it. He's breathing.
Less than 6 inches. Even the uppercut of Mike Tyson's been effective.
That was a right hand to the top of the head. Green breathing through his mouth.
Hands high. He works his way in.
That was a right hook. It really is impressive.
And whatever punch that he's able to land against Mitch, it has a tendency to shake Mitch up. Those big broad shoulders, big arms. You see the exposed area to the body.
You have to think, Ray, that maybe the Tillis fight woke him up.
No need for him to slow down. The momentum.
Now here we see why the mouthpiece come out with that left jab, and in fact why it's so difficult for Green to move, because Tyson looks quick in there.
Oh yeah,
Mike Tyson anxious to get to work.
I want to mention one other thing too, and that is that it wasn't only
in this ring, he's at home. I mean, he fights with so much authority.
Second time he has worn Green.
Good left hook, solid left hook. Green cannot continue to take these type of shots. It's going to slow him down. It's going to take his toll. Working the body once again, Mike Tyson with that free hand.
On the Touch Witherspoon card, Ray. Lost his mouthpiece 9 times.
Don't score.
Is that left hand, top of the head?
Those, they have to breathe through the mouth so they get rid of their mouthpiece. It's not a small thing to protect you from a broken jaw. And the left hook of Mike Tyson is very, very effective.
That was another big shot right there by Tyson.
You notice that Tyson...
Yeah, in fact, that's what he says. When I asked him yesterday what his best weapon was, and he said, my elusiveness. He has said nothing about his punching power. He said, I'm elusive. That's what I do best.
Expect or think. Now, see, this is how I got knocked down by Kevin Howard, by moving around too much. Got to draw it back quick. That free hand to the body.
And that's something that he did not do against Quick Tillis.
Yo. Come on, Barry. Come on.
Incidentally, although it's not that important,
Just a second ago, Mitch Green got a little upset with the referee. I guess the referee was trying to warn him for holding, and Mitch Green indicated that he was boxing. Now to Tyson, because Tyson's going straight ahead. He's coming straight ahead. 10 rounds.
In fact, we talked to him about that.
Tyson's talking to Mitch now.
In the Tillis fight, he fought hard for about 5 rounds, and then he seemed to coast a little bit.
Look at what he's doing now, Barry. Slip punches.
Big right hand.
Big, and that wobble, Mitch Green, for a second. Fight up is to at least clear your head, or either to throw off his timing.
Well, just how hard Mike Tyson hits can be learned in talking to some of the people he fought.
Look at here.
Just laughing at him. And Green seems to me, Ray, to be doing all the wrong things.
That's very good body movement by Mike Tyson. I'm impressed with that. Getting any type of respect from Mike Tyson, mainly because he's not making a fist when he throws his punches. Good left hook.
With the first one.
You notice the way that Tyson is walking in, moving that head. He's doing the right thing, staying close to his man. No breathing room, no punching room. Good, beautiful uppercut.
Listen what they say. Fought a guy named Eddie Richardson. They asked him, have you ever been hit so hard? He said, yeah, about a year ago I was hit by a truck.
Very good.
Watch a woman slapping some clothes on a rock.
Enough, it's going through the rock. Green's corner too. They were telling him that Tyson's getting tired. I don't see that.
I doubt that very seriously. To the midsection, he's landed with a lot of good left hooks, solid left hooks. One thing you have to give to Mitch Green, he has a durable chin. He's taking some tremendous shots, body and head shots from Mike Tyson.
Another big left hook. He did pace himself, and what a right hand.
There is such frustration in the face of Mitch Green. He's conditioned, Barry. You notice that when he goes to the body, I like the fact that Tyson used what he has. I mean, he has power, he has speed, has a good chin, and a huge neck. I mean, he is so tenacious. He's not letting up. Keeping those hands high.
Having gone to 10 rounds against Tillis, Ray.
That he's capable of going 10 rounds at full speed. Look at here, you can tell that he is not concerned about going the distance, throwing those shots. Breathing, look at him, he's not breathing at all.
Yo! Come on.
Sort of coasted. And he finished with about a third of a tank of gas.
He's moving forward, staying aggressive, getting inside. Now we see a couple left jabs thrown by Mike Tyson. There again, Mitch Green is throwing his punches, not doing any damage.
A good test, you feel, for Tyson?
Guys that, especially like a Mitch Green or Quick Tillis, around 6 feet.
Chopping right hand did get in, but
I mean, Tyson, they're good uppercut.
What an uppercut. Just straighten Mitch Green right up.
If you look at Tyson, I mean, as far as perspiration, it seems as though he's working effortlessly. I mean, he's taking his time and just having fun. It's like chopping a tree down. He's going to the body and weaken the foundation, and then he comes to the head. All that Mitch Green has been doing was basically retreating. He has to take a stand eventually. Another couple body shots.
Yeah, using that much more than he did in his last go with Tillis.
I mean, Tyson is actually concentrating. He's looking for his opening. Look at the uppercuts. And he's setting Mitch Green up with uppercuts. He throws his left jab, Green goes down, and up comes the right uppercut. A lot of holding. And less fighting.
Taking a lot of punches and a lot of hard punches.
Tyson's not that impressed with Mitch Green.
The crowd wants magic, and I think that Tyson would like to give them some magic, but there's rabbits out of his hat. He's fighting with a lot of neighborhood pride, and he wants to hang in there as long as he can.
Does in the bag, but the bag doesn't hit back. Tyson hits back.
This is the 8th round.
That was a good attempt with that right hand for Tyson. And now we see Mitch Green. He landed with a good uppercut there.
Green just trying to tie Tyson up, and a couple of good shots by Mitch Green. His best rally of the fight right here.
Look here. No.
He's caught Tyson 4 or 5 times, and Tyson for the first time seems a little bit puzzled.
Well, he's smiling. Tyson is smiling, but see, Green has those fast hands. Good body shot by Mitch Green. Now we're seeing a different Mitch Green. But he has to be very careful of exchanging punch for punch inside with Tyson.
There was a right hand, a huge right hand by Mike Tyson.
Not tying his man up properly. He's holding behind the head, which he allows those shots like that to land. Here again.
Oh, what a left hand.
See the body shots.
This is an awfully good fight for Mike Tyson. It indicates that his management wants to get him tested. They want to get him into a position not where he's merely going to be maneuvered into a title fight to fight a title fight, but that somewhere down the road he will have had the training to win a title fight.
Tyson draws a warning for headbutts.
Mitch Green has to keep those hands up, a looping right hand or left hook. Pee Wee Herman.
Stop him from doing the waltz.
And he's just taking advantage of every opportunity. Tyson's arms are short, so he has a tendency to loop his punches. Behind his punches, he's able to get away with.
Continuing to bang away at the body with a free hand. That uppercut was short.
Mitch Green is not making this fight easy for Tyson either, because he's steady tying him up. He's holding him. Tyson's performance, the fact that he's remained composed, complaining and what have you. Well, again, it's difficult to punch a man who's tying you up and holding. See here, for Mitch Green, it's pretty much survival. I've seen a different Mitch Green.
That seems to be something that runs through all of Mike Tyson's opponents, that they all are in there to survive.
Does he want to go out closing the show in a sensational style?
Well, the way he's geared up now, he wants to go out in style. You want to see a very aggressive Mike Tyson this round. Here, doesn't want to fight, it appears to me. Performance from Mitch Green. And he has some grievances with Don King about not getting the type of money that he wants, but the fact is, he has to prove himself here.
And the mouthpiece goes again.
He has to prove he deserves the money. What's going to happen as Tyson gets further and further into his career, he's going to figure out a better way to approach fights like this. Those shots, I love those body shots, especially if you have the power or tactically. You learn how to cut the ring off. Moving that head very well, Tyson.
Took a couple of shots, but still.
Only problem I see with, excuse me, Barry, the only problem I see with Tyson is the fact he comes in sometimes with those hands down a little too low. Because if he meet a good puncher, the speed.
Now, likely will go the distance with Mitch Blood Green. The crowd not real thrilled with the goings on here.
Boxer, puncher, And it's been pretty much of a dance for Mitch Green. I'm sure Mitch Green is going to be disappointed in this performance.
And we come to just about the end of it here. Another day in the classroom. Big left hand to end things.
For the winner, for his 21st straight win and as many fights, Mike Tyson.
Now as we come back live to the campus of RPI in Troy, New York, there he is, the young protege of Customado, heavyweight prodigy Mike Tyson. The record you see there, 17 wins, no losses, all 17 by knockout. And there's a good look at Jesse Ferguson, 28 years old, a late bloomer who's been fighting professionally only for 3 years. He has fought much tougher opponents than has Mike Tyson. Ferguson believes that experience a big advantage in this fight. Ferguson at 6'1", Tyson at 5'11". Of course, big difference in age. Tyson only 19 years old. What chance do you give Jesse Ferguson against Mike Tyson? Clearly, none of the 7,600 here in the arena believe he has any.
Well, Ferguson's only chance really is in that left hook that we talked about so much already. The problem for Jesse is he doesn't get that punch off as quickly as Tyson. He doesn't get it to the opponent as quickly as Tyson, and he punches a lot wider than Mike does. And if form holds true, I expect Tyson to come right out at the opening bell, jump on Ferguson from that bell, and I really will be shocked if Mike's power doesn't get Ferguson out of there quickly.
And now the place will explode. Of Tyson's 17 fights, many have been here in this area. He has recently been on the cover of national magazines, notably Sports Illustrated and The Ring magazine, a feature in People magazine at 19 years of age. Here we go. He is a fast starter.
One thing we should mention, Jimmy, before the action heats up too much, is this is a 16-foot ring, very much to Tyson's liking.
Starting out, going to the body. A couple of those punches appeared low.
Saw Jesse Ferguson go into the corner and onto the ropes and then counter with left hooks off the ropes.
Referee is Luis Rivera out of New York City. And already Ferguson has lasted longer than have some of Tyson's 12 first-round knockout victims. But now, Tyson got an uppercut through the guard.
Body puncher. One of the things that distinguishes him, even in the amateurs, Mike Tyson can throw great body shots. He takes what you give him.
Standing still and allowing Tyson to swing away at the ribcage.
You saw a few seconds ago one of the things that makes Tyson so special. He threw a tremendous left hook, missed with it, and didn't go off balance. Always in position to punch.
But he went back into the shell.
We may have one of the questions that surrounds Mike Tyson's career answered. Mike Tyson is pacing himself more at this point, Jim. Generally, he would rip punches with both hands without caring about what the opponent did in return in his first 17 fights.
Ferguson landed one good left. Seconds to go in the round. Ferguson about to become the 6th of Mike Tyson's 18 opponents to make it through round 1. We'll be back. We are back and ready for the beginning of round 2 in Troy, New York. Jesse Ferguson stepping out of his corner in the red trunks. The black trunks belong to 19-year-old Mike Tyson.
Ferguson has gone farther than the average Tyson opponent. We apologize for the quality of our audio at this moment. We are on our backup audio line. We'll stay with you. Now we're told that it's Tyson getting through the guard again.
And in that one brief combination, you saw the speed of Mike Tyson, the thing that makes him special. Not just power, but he really gets the punch there quickly.
Tyson has been content to concentrate mostly on the body.
He hurt Ferguson a little bit with one of those body shots, Jim. Right now, Ferguson's just fighting a survival fight, trying to pull Tyson in close where he can't do it, smother his punches. Tyson, on the other hand, is not being as busy as he normally would be.
Ferguson said that he absolutely would not try to wait Tyson out and drag him into later rounds where he hasn't been before. But it might not be an inadvisable strategy. Bout against Mike Jameson. TKO early in the fifth.
He was in with an opponent that just grabbed him and looked to survive, and he really didn't keep his concentration. And Ferguson, who's not giving him very many punching opportunities, if he continues to stay on top and keep his concentration and keep in the fight.
Their heads are going to be very close together. And Jesse Ferguson, fighting defensively, appears to have made it as far as the end of round 2 against Mike Tyson. Round 3. And Jesse Ferguson is only the 4th fighter to make it that far with Mike Tyson. Good right.
Two of the questions that boxing people have raised about Mike Tyson that have yet to be answered are his chin and his stamina. He's taking a lot of punishment, but he's throwing a lot. And I think the pressure of the event has got to drain something out of him. He is not breathing heavily. He looks in pretty good shape at this point.
You would find almost no one in the arena who believed before this began that it would go to a decision. But if it were to go that far, certainly Tyson has won the first 2 rounds and is controlling the 3rd.
Of course, Muhammad Ali was quicker. Of course, perhaps Floyd Patterson was quicker, although Customato, who trained and managed them both, said that he believes Tyson may be quick as Patterson. But never a man with that build, with that much power, throwing punches that fast. His pro career to date.
You mentioned, of course, the relationship to Patterson. Both fighters groomed by the now late Customato. Their physical attributes are so dissimilar that there is really no direct comparison in style between the 2 fighters.
Pretty solid right uppercuts by Ferguson, and Tyson did not appear fazed by it. Instead of 10 ounces, would favor a puncher like Tyson. Mandatory in New York State in non-title fights. That flurry right there by Tyson, he did not sit down in his punches. He threw a lot of punches, but they were, for him, pity-pat punches. He's got to set himself. Once again, those are arm punches.
In which, to this point, he is totally in control. Round 4, and Jesse Ferguson now joins 2 fighters, one named Don Halpin, another named Mike Jameson, as the only 2 men to have made it this far in the professional ranks in the ring with Mike Tyson. In case you have joined us late, the man in the black trunks is the young phenomenon of the heavyweight division, 19-year-old Michael Tyson, originally from Brooklyn, New York, now lives in Catskill, New York. 17 straight knockouts, 12 of them first-round knockouts, coming into this, his toughest test so far.
A few moments ago, Jesse Ferguson looked over to referee Louis Rivera for some help. He just got hit a low blow, as he has been hit a few during this fight. His problem is his trunks are slipping down below his protector.
Now Jesse appears to want to say something to Tyson about the low blows. And the referee warns him not to headbutt Tyson. restless. They would like to see Ferguson fighting a somewhat more offensive effort. Though so far, I have to think he's shown some intelligence, Alex.
Well, let the punch go because he's been safety-minded throughout this fight to date.
Side, ABC Sports live from Troy, New York. Scheduled 10-round heavyweight fight between Mike Tyson and Jesse Ferguson. And you're here to tell us there isn't, I'm sure. In this fourth round than he was particularly in the first two rounds of the fight.
Watch your head.
We begin round 5. You were with us at the end of round 4. You saw that immediately following the bell, Mike Tyson delivered a right-hand shot to the body of Jesse Ferguson. Ferguson was quite angry about it. Some of you may have seen Ferguson's cornermen jumping into the ring to keep him away from unnecessary extracurricular activity. Whatever the reason, Ferguson has come out more aggressively in round 5 than at any previous time in the fight, beginning to throw that left.
Mike Tyson has not thrown a punch in this round thus far. Ferguson's done all the punching, not much scoring, but he has kept Tyson at bay. And Ferguson accepted the clinch until Luis Rivera broke them.
3 weeks ago, Tyson scored his 17 previous pro opponents. So Ferguson has at least that distinction.
Not to get in the way of one of Jesse Ferguson's left hooks. I think he respects Ferguson. Broke Ferguson's nose, Jim. He is in desperate trouble. He will not last much longer. Rivera almost stopped it there. Mike Tyson's known as a great finisher. Let's see how he does with Ferguson.
Ferguson gamely hanging in. 4 seconds, 3 seconds.
Tyson punching from very close quarters. The obvious punch right here is the uppercut. He turns around, digs right to the body, and then comes straight up with the right uppercut.
It appeared that the nose of Jesse Ferguson was broken by the brilliant uppercut. Another look.
Tyson punching from very close quarters.
Beginning of round 6. First time as a professional Tyson's ever been in this round. Ferguson trying to jab.
Every great champion has to know how to finish an opponent when he has him hurt. Jesse Ferguson is hurt. Let's see how Mike Tyson does to take him out. It's not going to be enough for Rivera to say break. He's going to have to get in there and force him apart.
Another left.
See, Ferguson just is not listening to Rivera at all. He's just going to continue to hold until he just physically forces him out.
Can't say I blame him.
The only thing Rivera can do is what he just did. Give him a warning. And take points away if he continues to do it. Tyson's making a mistake by letting himself get this close to Ferguson. He must maintain a little bit of distance so that he's going to take a point. He's disqualifying him. He disqualified Jesse Ferguson for clinching and refusing to break when ordered. He had warned him earlier in this round. Jesse Ferguson refused to break. The referee, Luis Rivera, disqualified him. And ironically, that breaks Mike Tyson's KO string.
And Mike Tyson's string goes to 18-0, and you saw the explosive punching power, which has made him the talk of the heavyweight division. Jesse Ferguson becomes the first of Mike Tyson's 18 professional opponents not to suffer a knockout, and he did it by almost forcing the referee, Luis Rivera, to disqualify him. He wears no robe. He wears no socks with his boxing shoes. He says that makes him feel more like a warrior, more like a gladiator as he entered the ring. He'll be 20 years old on June 30. can eclipse Floyd Patterson as the youngest heavyweight champion of all time if he wins the title anytime before May 5, 1988. Back in Glens Falls, New York, as you look at the tail of the tape. Supplemental point scoring in case of a draw. 3 knockdown rule is in effect. No standing 8 count. The mandatory 8 count is in effect. Tyson in the black trunks and James Quick Tillis in the white. Customarily, Mike Tyson does not feel his opponents out in round 1. He tries to take them out.
He tried to take Quick Tillis out with that first punch he threw, and Tillis showed why he may be a little bit different. He moved right out of the way of it, and Mike missed by quite a bit. The key to the fight will be Tyson cutting off the ring and pinning Tillis in corners and on the ropes like he did right there. Quick Tillis is 7 pounds lighter than when he fought Terrell Biggs. That would indicate, the look of him would indicate he's in much better condition. I think the postponement allowed him to get in better condition, will allow him to move more. Can hurt you with either hand early in a fight, but has always faded and tired badly.
Delivering the left jab and following with the right. He is not running away from Tyson, and Tyson goes to work on the body. Some say that what sets Tyson apart is the intensity and the effect of his attack to the body.
It is amazing to see such a young fighter understand so well the importance of body punching. Generally, it takes a veteran to understand that by punching to the body, you can take all that movement away from James Tillis, and that's what Mike Tyson plans to do.
You saw Tyson with the left hook splitting Tillis's guard and getting the punch through. The only one of the 3 judges in Las Vegas a few weeks ago who scored the Larry Holmes.
Which is a punch that should be effective against someone who comes in burrowing in like Tyson does. For some reason, Tillis landed. He was so shocked he grabbed. Quick Tillis cannot, in my opinion, win a decision in this fight, Jim. He has to try to take Tyson out while he's fresh.
Ties a fighter up. He customarily does it by tying them up behind the head. That will not deter Tyson from flailing away at the body, as he did right there.
And Joe Cortez, the referee, quite properly did not break the fighters because Tyson's hands were not tied up. Again, the right uppercut just missed that time by Tillis.
Late in round 1, a round in which Tillis has not acquitted himself too badly, as he has managed to stay away from Tyson's thunderbolts, although he just took a right hand. We'll be back. Bring you back for round 2, and you hear the bell. As you saw before we went away, Tyson did land 1 punch after the bell had sounded to end round 1.
Most people in boxing, if they're looking for a way to beat Mike Tyson, believe it will be done by a fighter who is able to move and punch effectively on the move, as Henry Tillman did in winning 2 fights from Tyson in the Olympic trials as amateur. The difference, obviously, is here Mike Tyson has 10 rounds to wear down his opponent. He had to go all out in the 3 rounds amateur limit.
Lost to Tillman in the Olympic trial.
And he was hurt by the punch, even though it was, as you say, extended.
Tyson can be hit. He was openly disappointed with the number of times that Steve Zouski landed on him in his last fight.
Any Customato-trained fighter prides himself on his defense. And Mike really was disappointed that Zouski hit him with some right hands, really silly right hands that he should not have been hit with. It was just a loss of concentration.
The right hand by Tillis was blocked there.
A jab by Mike Tyson, a rare punch for him in his first 19 fights, and says we'll see a lot more of it in this fight. He just tried it there until Tillis knocked down 2 of them. Good head movement by Tyson coming in.
That he must have for a fighter of Tillis' experience.
Won't knock Tillis out with it, but he will wear him down and bring his hands down so he can land punches to the head.
He got him with the left. But Tyson has begun to break through the guard around the face. And there's a right hand as Tyson continues to land and round 2 ends. For the beginning of round 3, more than 8,000 people here in the Glens Falls Civic Center, almost all of them rooting for the fighter that Upper New York State thinks of as its own Mike Tyson.
Right now, all of the aggression is out of Mike Tyson. He is keeping his distance. He's trying to learn how to box with James Quick Tillis. It is not, or has not been to date, his fight. So if Quick Tillis has done nothing else, at the present time, he's taken Mike Tyson out of his game plan.
And co-manager Bo Williford said that he had been working with him for the last 6 weeks, tying up Tyson's arms. At that time, Tyson got the left hand through again after ducking a Tillis punch.
Just one punch for Mike, and that's not typical. He has to put punches together when he gets inside and let his hands go.
He is being considerably more careful than in his previous 19 appearances.
Remember against Jesse Ferguson, look at the hand speed by Tyson.
We'd like to alert our local stations along the line.
Fought to survive for the most part. The punch that turned the fight around was a combination way. This is an important learning experience for Mike Tyson. He's going to have to be able to handle a Quick Tillis to get to the top of the even. He is right now. Tillis is making a mistake of trying to trade with Mike Tyson. He should be moving off the ropes. Instead, he got into a little bit of macho there, and Quick Tillis is not going to be around long fighting that way. Again, he scores with a right uppercut.
But Tyson is beginning to wear down Tillis' defenses, particularly when he catches him against the ropes and then releases the hands. Round 3 coming to a close, and Mike Tyson warms to the task once again as the round comes to a close. Back with more after this word from our local station. Beginning of round 4, Jim Lampley with Alex Wallow in Glens Falls, New York. I had the first round even and have given rounds 2 and 3 to Mike Tyson. Right hand lands on the point of the chin, but he didn't get all of it.
And he should put punches together, punch in combination, and he might give Mike Tyson more trouble than he wants. He also can't lunge in with that left hook like that because he's going to get caught.
And having felt what Tillis has to offer in the way of the uppercut and that one left hook which scored, Tyson now appears to be a little less shy about stepping up inside.
Mike Tyson is taking them. I mean, he doesn't want to get hit with them. But one of the questions about him, as it is with all developing fighters, is can he take a punch? Quick Tillis has had people like Carl Williams on the deck twice, Greg Page on the deck, Marvis Fraser hurt. He can punch when he's fresh like this. Switches left-handed. Tillis is a converted southpaw.
Tyson. How low he gets to duck under those punches.
He doesn't really know the things that work for him normally are not working for him, and he's going to have to go to things that are a little bit more sophisticated. He's going to have to cut the ring off better, and he's going to have to find the range better. He just can't walk inside and let Tillis tie him up like that. Has to let his hands be busier.
He went 15 rounds with the very dangerous puncher Mike Weaver, largely by staying away.
He was distracted before he got punched. Again, he lunges in and gets caught.
And take one more look at the knockdown.
I'm clearly wrong. That was just a clean punch. He was off balance. We said that Tillis could not lunge in with the left hook. He lunges in with the left hook. Tyson very cleverly slips it, comes back in a punching position and lands a left hook. That was not the full power of Mike Tyson.
Was the fight against Jesse Ferguson. A TKO at 1 minute 19 seconds of the 6th round. Now round 5 begins here in Glens Falls. Tillis still willing to trade leather with Tyson.
I don't think that was a punch, the knockdown punch, which did not look to me to be the beginning of the end.
He might have learned not to lunge so badly with the left hand, though.
Mike Tyson is not doing his job in those clinches. His hands are free, but he isn't using them. Right there. There's no reason for Mike not to rip punches to the body. We talked about his ability as a body puncher. He has it. He just isn't using it.
But so far, he does not look hurt, as Alex pointed out. Looks rather fresh. Has had a tendency in the past to tire. And again, not busy in the clinch. That's frankly astonishing because the opportunity is there for him to do a lot of damage.
There, he gave a half-hearted effort at that combination we talked about, the right to the body and the right uppercut. And that's what he has to do with Tillis. He has to keep punching. He's just letting isolated punches go. Like a single left hook, nothing behind it. He has to punch in combination to be effective.
Big super heavyweight gold medalist Terrell Biggs. Tillis extended Biggs to the full 8 rounds before Biggs got the decision, and that was on January 25.
2 good short chopping right hands by Tillis. Tyson waiting for Tillis to open up, and those 2 body punches did get Tillis' attention, and he grabs. Just the grimace on his face alone, I think, indicates that Quick Tillis was hurt by those 2 body punches.
And the right hand got through the guard onto the cheek of Tillis. So after a slow first minute and a half in this round, Mike Tyson has reapplied the pressure. And if he's shown you one thing today, it is that he knows how to close out a round and leave an impression in the minds of the judges. We are back for round 6. And it's a piece of trivia at best, but now Tillis has an opportunity to go farther with Tyson than any of his previous opponents if he can last past 119 of this round.
Well, I think if Mike continues to fight this way, Tillis has the chance to break the knockout string. He's got to be busier. Tillis does have a tendency to tire very badly in late rounds. He was exhausted at the end of his 8-round fight with Terrell Biggs, and this is a 10-round fight. But Mike Tyson has to throw punches that mean something and throw them in combination. Those are just arm punches. There's nothing on those punches. He's just trailing Tillis around the ring. Not cutting it off effectively.
Come on, work out there. Come on, work out your hands.
Allowing himself to get tied up, accepting clinches.
Now the crowd begins to implore Tyson to give them something a little bit more exciting than what he has demonstrated here. And now it becomes clear that Tillis will last longer than anyone else has, as we have just passed the point at which Jesse Ferguson was bid to stop by Luis Rivera in Troy, New York, a couple of months ago. That punch missed, despite the crowd reaction.
Since we are talking about the possibility of the fight going the distance, I've given Tyson 3 rounds, Tillis 1 round, and 1 round even. I did not score the 4th round, which is the round in which a knockdown, a 10-8 round for Tyson. I only gave it a 10-9 round for Tyson because of
the point system is, of course, supplemental only. The round system stands up unless there is a draw. Personally, Alex, I have it 4-0-1 for Tyson. I've not given Tillis a round.
There are 2 ways of looking at what Mike is doing. One way is to say that he's pacing himself, he's waiting for the opening. The other way is to say that he's getting frustrated and getting taken out of his fight.
One of the very few times, perhaps the only time in the bout when we've seen it. But again, he comes on at the end of the round. We're back, and for the first time in a professional career which began 13 months ago, Mike Tyson enters round 7. Another heavyweight. Tyson with the lead in the fight to this point over James Quick Tillis, but fighting a curiously docile fight so far. Not nearly as busy or as aggressive as we've seen him in his 19 previous outings, which resulted in 19 knockouts.
He almost looks right here like he's waiting for Tillis to make the fight, to come to him.
In case you've just joined us, it is Tillis, the fighting cowboy from Tulsa, Oklahoma, in the white trunks, Tyson in the black. Tyson co-managed by Jim Jacobs and Bill Caton. Tillis co-managed by Bo Williford and Gary Bentley.
One curious thing that we learned before the fight about Tillis' condition, we said he's always tired late. Bo Williford and Gary Bentley found out after the Biggs fight, through the doctor's examination, that James Tillis and wheat, which could make things difficult for a fighter who, on the day of a fight, eats wheat cakes, drinks milk, and orange juice. But it has helped his stamina, and I think he also trained harder for this fight. He realizes this fight means everything to him.
He has lost 4 of his last 5. And Bo Williford told me last night that if Tillis were to be knocked out today... Incidentally, if you're not a boxing fan and Tillis looks familiar to him, you may have seen him in the movie The Color Purple, where he had a brief part, Angeles, where they called him Dark Gable. There's a right hand by Tyson. And the uppercut.
Tillis is not noticeably hurt by that punch.
But he's cut.
Extended with the punch, did not have the proper range for full power.
Now he's at the right range. Again, not punching at the body when Tillis grabs him behind the head. Tillis landed a left, didn't seem to faze Tyson at all. We will stay here between rounds.
And continue to cut the ring off on him to be able to score effectively. I want to give James Quick Tillis credit. He's been in with a tough young bull, and he's fought harder and stronger, really, than I've ever seen him fight in his career, including the time he fought for the title. He is showing something that a lot of people have questioned over his career, and that is his heart. He's cut, he's taken some brutal punches, and he is fighting back, moving, and still trying to win this fight.
One of the greatest trainers in the history of the sport openly questioned Tillis' heart while he was working with him.
Angelo Dundee worked with Quick Tillis. Tillis told us in the pre-fight interview that he found that spirit. Didn't know why he'd never had it, but said he found it for this fight. He was going to be a different fighter, and he has been.
You cannot question his courage or his commitment today. He has been there from the opening bell. He has not run away as he did 15 rounds against Weaver in 1981. We are into round 8. The knockout string has been a prominent part of the marketing and publicity which has surrounded Tyson's rise. It won't be quite the same if he's 20-0 with 19 knockouts.
There's no question that up till now, if the fight continues this way and goes to a decision, Tyson, in my opinion, will win the decision, but the Mike Tyson mystique will suffer. He has not scored a knockout. He has not really hurt Quick Tillis, even though he has knocked him down and cut him. And he's let Tillis stay in the fight when other fighters, such as a Tyrell Biggs, really had Tillis out of the fight and in more trouble.
Could that, in fact, Alex, be good for Mike Tyson?
Yeah, I think ultimately you're exactly right, Jim. A fighter who punches with as much power, it was inevitable that he was going to have to learn how to fight a guy who could move and box. It's good that he's fighting one like Quick Tillis to get that learning experience.
And maybe if he has to go to decision to win the fight, then there won't be as many people asking every day, when are you going to fight for the championship of the world?
Those same people who are questioning his chin and his ability to go rounds will turn around now, since he's demonstrated that he has not gotten exhausted and he's taking good punches, will now turn around and say, well, he can't punch. Mike Tyson just went left-handed, and that was decidedly left-handed. It's the first time he's been that committed to a left-hand stance since his 4th professional fight. It means he's a little bit confused, a little bit frustrated, and he's willing to try anything new right now.
We are back in Glens Falls, New York. James Quick Tillis enters round 9 with 19-year-old knockout phenomenon Mike Tyson. And in Tyson's corner between rounds, trainer Kevin Rooney was imploring him to keep punching, not to stop punching, particularly in the clinches.
Come on, work out of it, guys. Come on. Which is exactly what Mike just did. He was in tight, his hands were free, and he did not punch. This Mike Tyson looks very much like the Mike Tyson who lost 2 close decisions to Henry Tillman in the heavyweight trials for the Olympic Games in 1984. He is confused by the movement. The movement does not allow him to hit a stationary target, and therefore he can't set himself as well. We have not seen the evidence of the jab that Mike Tyson said we would see.
And Henry Tillman recently scored a first-round knockout over Bash Ali in a cruiserweight fight.
First of all, I haven't seen all of Henry Tillman's fights. And second of all, he hasn't fought in the same division as Mike. He's been fighting as a cruiserweight. There's not as much talent down there. It's difficult to say. I was very impressed with Tillman against Bash Ali. He will be inevitably a future opponent.
After this fight, our coverage of the Kentucky Derby, beginning of ABC Sports, run through the Triple Crown this spring. Right now we are in round 9. Mike Tyson well ahead in the scoring, or so we would judge it, against James Tillis, but looking for a knockout to keep his 19 knockout string alive.
I'm not sure he is looking for a knockout, Jim. I mean, he certainly isn't fighting like someone who is. It's possible that, number one, he doesn't know how to knock Tillis out. Tillis has presented a problem to him in terms of power punching that he can't solve. But secondly, it's also possible that Mike Tyson is interested in how he is going to react to fighting rounds. He's heard all the doubters say he can't go 10 rounds or 15 rounds, and maybe he's in the back of his mind trying to find out exactly how he is going to respond in that kind of a fight that he is in no danger, in my opinion, of losing.
Maybe in the front of his mind. 22 seconds remaining in round 9. More and more it looks as though Tillis is going to be able to go the distance. And Tyson again is not busy during the clinches when his hands are free and he has a chance to punch. We have gotten to the end of round 9. We'll be back for the closer after this. We are back in Glens Falls, New York, round 10. The crowd tries to liven itself up, try to provide some encouragement to Mike Tyson. Most of them have come here today hoping to see a knockout and, frankly, expecting to see a knockout. Tyson tries to deliver with the right hand and steps in and throws the left.
This is the most power and zip he's had in his punches at this late stage in a fight that I can ever remember. Tyson knows it, and I just don't think he's going to take any unnecessary chances. You can be sure he wants to keep the knockout string alive. But he also is just not going to take any unnecessary chances. He wants to win a decision, win a fight. He'll be 20-0, still undefeated, and in his mind, I think, still well on his way to a heavyweight championship.
But Tillis have revived his career somewhat, even with a loss, if he stands up.
Well, this certainly is a respectable showing, and there certainly will be notoriety to the man who broke Mike Tyson's knockout string, especially if Mike resumes the knockout string. Always difficult to know why a crowd is booing. You can't psychoanalyze 8,000 people. I think it's possible that they're disappointed in Mike's performance. They came here wanting to see him do what he's done in his previous 19 fights, and he doesn't appear at this point to be going all out to satisfy them.
Cut is no longer a problem. It has been effectively stopped. Tillis comes straight in. Good left hand. Tillis is still there. Tillis continues to give a good account of himself.
And backs Mike Tyson up onto the ropes, which is a first.
A little of Tyson's own medicine. It will be interesting to see how Mike reacts to this. Closing with a flurry. The bell is going to sound. Big smile on the face of Bo Williford as he steps into the ring. I think he's quite proud, win or lose, of James Tillis.
Here is the official scoring. Judge Bernie Friedkin scores it 6 rounds to 4. Judge Allen scores it 6 rounds to 4. Judge Tony Moritz scores it 8 rounds to 2. The winner by the end of this decision is still undefeated, Mike Tyson.
So for 19-year-old Mike Tyson, moved the record now to 19, or make it 20 wins, no losses, 19 of them by knockout.
It's Mike, big Mike Tyson in the ring, set for that next step toward that goal. And standing in his path tonight is Lorenzo Boyd, 26-year-old Lorenzo Boyd from Cushing, Oklahoma. comes in against Mike Tyson. No one gives him much of a chance in this fight, but Lorenzo Boyd thinks he could surprise Mike Tyson.
He weighed in at 198 1/4 pounds. He has a professional record of 16 wins, 5 losses, with 9 knockouts. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Lorenzo Boyd. He has a professional record of 23 wins, no losses, 21 knockouts. He is ranked number 2 in the world by the WBC. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mike Tyson.
Lorenzo Boyd giving away an awful lot of weight to Mike Tyson, 21 pounds. Quick right hand by Tyson.
Mike Tyson's fastest knockout, 37 seconds of the first round. Robert Collier last October 25th.
Tyson bouncing around, showing a lot more movement than usual.
In watching tapes of Mike Tyson, so many times he falls off balance. His feet get mixed up. He starts boxing out of a southpaw position, but he hits so hard that it doesn't matter what position he's hitting you from or what angle. He's just a devastating puncher.
To the body with a right hand. That hurt Lorenzo Boyd.
Boyd making the mistake of backing up. He's got to come in and throw punches.
Boyd, one-time police officer in Stillwater, Oklahoma.
See, if Boyd was a boxer, I'd say, okay, box. But he's not a boxer. He's a slugger. He's not a quick Tillis. He's not a tall man like a Mitch Green. He's got to slug. And if he waits for an opening, I don't know if he's going to find it. Mike Tyson has 2 of the quickest hands in the heavyweight division.
Boyd crowding Tyson and looking for an opening. I know Boyd wants to come in with the uppercut, but hasn't shown it. Tyson shows it there.
This is Mike Tyson's first fight as a non-teenager.
Just past 20 years old. Belated happy birthday to Mike Tyson. Tyson in at 219.
He carries it so well. He says he feels heavier, actually better at this weight than he does when he gets in around 214, 215.
Solid body shots from Tyson. A minute to go in round 1.
14 men have fallen down in the first round.
Again to the body. Boyd trying to answer back.
All those shots picked off. He injured his left hand, and they said he was nursing it.
The Stevensville Country Club in Swan Lake, New York. And Lorenzo Boyd has done what 14 others have failed to do against Mike Tyson. Let's go into the second round.
It was Cus D'Amato's dream. Cus D'Amato, the late great trainer, the man who was the legal guardian of Mike Tyson. It was his dream to see Mike Tyson become the youngest heavyweight champion in history. Floyd Patterson, who was guided by Cus D'Amato, he did it at 21 years old. And within the next year, the plan is to get Mike Tyson up to the heavyweight championship of the world.
Trained by Kevin Rooney, co-managed by Jim Jacobs and Bill Clayton. Good right uppercut by Tyson, solid on the chin. Bill Clayton, excuse me. Dropped an L in there where it didn't belong. Body shots very effective for Tyson thus far. James Broad, it's the first boxing experience he had. And when he was on the police force in Stillwater, Oklahoma, the guys in the department kind of urged him on to become a fighter, and then he's gone full time. He's also taking criminal law courses at Oklahoma State. Right now he backs off from a sharp right uppercut to the body by Tyson. Again, a double right hand to the body and the chin. Down goes Lorenzo Boyd. The count is 5. The count is 6. The count is 8. He will not get up. It's over.
Sam, show me what heavyweight throws punches that quick.
And here it comes.
There was a hard left hand. He didn't get full extension on it. Then, right hand to the body, just like that, upstairs with the right uppercut. Good night.
And still unbeaten, Mike Tyson.
24-0, 22 knockout.
So the formality's over. Referee, wait for this, Harry Papakaralamboulos. Papakaralamboulos, the ref's so good they named him twice. I'm not going to even attempt that anymore. Harry the ref, the man in the middle, Tyson in the black. I'm not going to say here's an opponent who can stretch him, because I've said that in the last 3 or 4 fights. William Hosea, although having said that, 2 of Tyson's last 3 fights against James Quick Tillis and Mitch Blood Green have gone the full 10-round trip. So, is this going to follow suit? Mark you, Reggie Gross only lasted 1 round in his last fight, so maybe not. We shall see. Hosea in the blue, Tyson in the black. We're in Troy, New York. Tyson's 23rd professional fight, 22 unbeaten streak. And Hosea, well... No, that was just a slip. That was just a slip. Tyson looking formidably powerful. Answered a lot of questions when James Tillis was the first man to take him the distance, and Blood Green at Madison Square Garden was the second in the next fight. Bit of ill feeling in that fight against Green. But Tyson answered any questions about the stamina in round 1. Just a reminder, of course, that of Tyson's 22 wins to date, 13 inside the first 3 minutes, and he's adding the jab maybe to his armory now. We didn't see that in some of his earlier fights, but he's still such a devastating one-punch finisher. And already Hosea, well, he slipped early on. That little twitch of the knees, that was definitely not a slip. Harry the ref separates them. Good right uppercut. And once again, the legs twitch. Hosea in trouble. And down. So that will go down as another first round knockout. 23 fights, 23 wins, and the hits literally just keep on coming.
Well, the heavyweights are ready to step back into the ring. Undefeated Mike Tyson out of Catskill, New York, against always dangerous Donnie.
And less than a month later, he was back in the ring, ready for fight number 7 against Lorenzo Kennedy.
I'm in the dressing room, I'm coming towards. I basically think I'm staying relaxed. I've been doing this for 5 years, and I put in so much time, and I mostly think about what I'm going to do. Pop my jab, move my head, and be fast, and think about the display of damage that I'm going to give to the opponent.
When you see big Mike Tyson come for you, you better head in the other direction in a hurry. And look at Tyson go right after Kennedy. Now, Kennedy is a boxer, but gets knocked down with the first left hook he takes. He's right here. He is picking his shots well. He is hurting. This one could be over.
All right, let's take a look, Mike, at the first knockdown. When you hit him with that left hook, and boy, this was a beautiful move.
Boom, perfect timing. Usually I hit somebody like that, it was a little bit off balance because I try to graze his chin. When you graze the chin, it's like a home run. You hit a home run, you don't even feel it. And that's the point that usually put him out permanently.
He weighed in this morning at 212 pounds. He has a professional record of 12 wins, 2 losses, 8 of those wins coming by knockout. He's from Fort Worth, Texas, and now making his home in Tyler, Texas. How about a round of applause for Fast Eddie Richardson? Richardson. He has a professional record of 10 straight unbeaten wins, and all of those 10 wins coming by knockout. Mike Tyson.
Well, as we've told you,
Tyson has had 10 fights, but very few of them go past the first round.
Contest to see how Richardson attempts to use that advantage in height and reach.
Amato, of course, right hand by Tyson. First punch he threw.
What took him so long?
Eddie Richardson, looking at the referee, is in much disbelief as we are.
Eddie Richardson said he was going to go after him and test him, and he may have made a very serious error in strategy right there.
Tyson is a little icebox.
Quarter-inch neck, which is approximately the size of actress Shelley Duvall's waist.
And you certainly see the punching power in Tyson.
Mike Tyson, a fellow for whom everybody predicts a great future. If they can find some fights for him, he not only knocked him down, but he absolutely carried him through the air.
Fight number 13 for Mike Tyson. We're back in Latham. It's the same Mike Tyson. It is not the same camp. This is his second fight since the tragic death of Customato on the 4th of November. This is the 22nd. And we're against an opponent who just might be the one to test him. In all Tyson's early fights, well, in his latter fights anyway, I've said that we really need to see a better class of opponent. And I think we might have got that tonight in the shape of Conroy Nelson, who's been in with some good fighters. Conroy Nelson, Canadian, ranked number 2 in the Canadian heavyweights. Tyson just looks awesome, doesn't he? This, as I say, fight number 13 of the previous 12. 9 have been won inside a round. So here we go then, round 1. Both boys in white. Tyson with the red trim. And Nelson with the black. Nelson, as I say, will try, has to use his height and reach to just keep Tyson at bay. Try and draw the sting for the first 2 or 3 rounds, because we know how dangerous Tyson can be early on. Nelson on his bike early. Guard held high, peekaboo style. Don't want to let it drop. And Nelson can hit. Tyson needs to be a little bit careful this fight. He's been able to get away with liberties in 1 or 2 of his early fights because he has known his opponents cannot hurt him. This is not the case in this fight. If Nelson gets an opening, Nelson can bing one in. Touchdown briefly there, thanks to body shots. The right knee just clipped the canvas. Oh, he's shaky. He's so shaky, and we're only in round 1. And this is a good fighter. This is the trouble when we're crammed in alongside spectators at ringside. Somebody gets excited and stands up in front of the camera. We can't see. More importantly, you can't see. Tyson can see. Tyson likes what he's seeing. Well, while our vision was momentarily obscured, Nelson seems to have recovered a little bit of equilibrium. In fact, he comes back with a short chopping right of his own there. Gets through. But he's covering up very, very tightly now. If he was under any illusions just how good a puncher Mike Tyson was, those illusions will have been sorely shattered. Tyson just falling centimetres short with that big arcing right. Well, Nelson, after a real alarming wobble midway through, might be getting through this first round. But he doesn't look convincing, has he? Tries to come back with a spearing lift of his own, but Tyson left uppercut gets through, and once again Nelson looks a little bit confused, dazed and confused. That term might have been coined for Conroy Nelson tonight in Latham. Hard to think that Tyson, I watched his pro debut, 6th of March, it's what, 22nd of November now. Boy, is he coming on. The referee allowing Nelson just a moment or 2 to recover himself. Gets clipped with a left on the belt, and somehow, well, the ref comes over, says, just keep your punches up. Kevin Rooney tries to wave him off. The referee says, I'm in charge here. We're in the second, and once again, it's all Tyson. And Nelson who was in deep trouble, is in deeper trouble.
Well, 3 minutes and 30 seconds to dispose of the second-ranked Canadian heavyweight, Conroy Nelson. Now, the only reason Conroy didn't get himself a one-way ticket to Palookasville in the first round is that he spent most of his time covering up, while Tyson delivered one wicked body shot after another. I mean, you could hear those punches clear out to the parking lot. I couldn't figure out whether Nelson was there to fight or to give a lesson in survival tactics. Anyway, Tyson finally got to him in the second, setting him up with a sweet overhand right, then taking him out with a vicious left hand.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the fight you have been waiting for, the co-main event. From Charlotte, North Carolina, with a professional record of 12 wins, 4 losses. 8 of those wins by knockout, Mark Young. With a professional record of 14 wins, no losses, all wins by knockout, Mike Tyson.
The fighters getting their instructions. There again you see the records. Mike Tyson from nearby Catskill, undefeated. This is a scheduled 10-rounder, Ray Mancini, and for Mike Tyson, he's never seen anything near the 10th round.
I'll tell you, Mike Tyson has come to fight tonight. That's the first time I've seen a main event fighter come in the ring with no robe on. He says, I'm ready to go.
If you blink in the first round, you'll probably miss a Mike Tyson fight.
He's a young, strong guy. He jumps right on his opponents. And I think this might be another early stoppage because this guy's been a little wild. He's going to get caught with something.
Mark Young out of Charlotte, North Carolina, comes out swinging.
That jab pushed him back. Oh, this guy is like a ball of granite.
But Mike Tyson is absolutely awesome. Just sit back and watch, but don't blink because you could miss it. A low right from Young. Mike Tyson of Catskill, New York.
I like to see that one myself.
Is 15-0.
He has all it takes. And what I always say, what it takes is what you have on the inside. He has all the qualities, all the attributes to make it to the top.
There will be a Tyson shot that hits him. Then they separate. The knockout coming in round 1 of this heavyweight fight. There it was. Young had taken a punch from Tyson, and then all of a sudden, Young went flying to the canvas.
And we've got our main event in front of us. The long-awaited fight between Mike Tyson and Steve Zouski. Everybody's been talking about the young man from the Catskill area. 18 fights so far in his professional career in just 1 year as a pro. He's won them all. He's won them all by knockout. Today he weighed in at a career heaviest, 220.5 pounds. And there's not an ounce of fat in that. It is all muscle. He's 5'11.5", and the man is probably the most talked about young fighter to come along since Sugar Ray Leonard. And the man who'll be fighting tonight out of Broxton, Massachusetts, Steve Zouski, comes into the fight a veteran, a record of 25 wins, 9 losses. 14 of those wins have come by knockout, and Steve Zouski has been in with a lot of the top fighters around today, including Joe Frazier's son, Marvis Frazier. He's also been in with a top African by the name of Benny Canozzi. He's lost his share. He's been stopped, but he's never been off his feet. And round number 1 is underway. Out comes Tyson, as he always does, pressing straight forward, doesn't wear a robe into the ring, doesn't wear his socks, just puts on the shoes, the trunks, and the gloves, and he's ready to go to war. He's already shaken Zouski up with the first shot of the fight, and he almost looked disgusted that Zouski looked ready to fall. What a body shot with the left hand by the converted southpaw Mike Tyson, who, unlike many southpaws, can crush you with either hand. His left hook, of course, his best punch. His jab is just an awesome weapon. But his body punching, he's one of the most awesome body punching heavyweights I've seen in years. 19-year-old Mike Tyson out of the Catskills, New York. Turned professional on March 6, 1985. And here it is just over 1 year later. He is now in his 19th professional fight. Has stopped all his opponents. Steve Zouski, though, promised he said he wasn't afraid of Mike Tyson, that he'd be out there swinging with Tyson, boxing with Tyson. He has been in there with some real tough opponents. One of them, world cruiserweight champion by the IBF, Leroy Murphy, beat him on a 10-round decision and hit him with his best shots and couldn't take him off his feet. He's also been in there with Scott Frank, Mike Perkins, Benny Canosi, but he's never been in there with Mike Tyson. There's no question Tyson can punch. And his stamina, I think that was tested against Jesse Ferguson back in February of this year up in Albany. He went 6 hard rounds, stopping Ferguson in that 6th round. Tyson just picking his shots now, content to hit Zouski just about anywhere he can. Zouski reddened underneath the left eye. The referee, the veteran Arthur Marquette. Solid right hand to the body by Tyson. Tyson looking to measure his man with body shots. Zouski moving, trying to keep Tyson off balance. But the best thing Zouski could do is not stand there and just to get in the center of this 18-foot ring and keep moving. Zouski with a solid right hand off the head of Tyson. Some people still question his ability to take a punch, but so far in his 1 year as a professional, he's never been down, he's never been hurt, he's never been rattled, shaken up. And I've seen him through the Empire Games, the Olympic trials. He obviously, I'd say right now, has as good a chin as any heavyweight in the division now. There's about 15 seconds to go in the opening round, and that's an accomplishment right there for Steve Zouski, who many said would not even survive the first round, although it's not over. And we're heading to the bell. Proceedings for a moment while the round card girl is still stepping down. Tyson comes out, as always, trying to make every shot count. Every one is a grenade. In this building, in 1976, took place the Joe Frazier-George Foreman rematch. The results just about the same as their first fight, with Foreman winning on a TKO. Zouski doing what he can to survive, keeping those hands high. He's sacrificing the body by protecting the head every time he puts his hands up high. Tyson moves in and smacks it. That time was a short left hook to the head. Zouski took it well. His legs, though, are doing a Mr. Bojangles. He's in trouble against the ropes, and that's one place you don't want to be against the slugger, young Mike Tyson, who has 12 first-round knockouts to his credit. Today, he weighed in at 220.5 pounds. Zouski was 210. A swelling around the left eye of Steve Zouski, who is now taking the best Tyson has to offer. And you know that this guy is going to feel it after the fight. But unlike many of Tyson's opponents who come to grab and wrestle and just try to survive, Zouski is in there, as we say, like a man, taking his lumps. And I do mean his lumps. He is getting red everywhere Tyson is hitting him. He's red on the left side from the body shots. He's red on the right side. His face is reddened. His left eye is swollen. Tyson standing directly in front of Zouski. There, bends down with a left hook to the body, right hand to the body. Zouski doing an admirable job throwing back. Catches Tyson with 2 right hands coming in and a left hook. A solid combination by Tyson, who rarely opens up with a solid combination of about 6 blows. Zouski rocked back on his heels, but still comes back. The crowd can do nothing but applaud this young man from Brockton, Massachusetts tonight, because he has come to fight. The man some say may be one day put up there with the greats. Mike Tyson. There's about 30 seconds to go in the second round. The first round was all Tyson as he backed up Zouski, but Zouski hung in there just as you see him doing this round. The scoring here in New York, done on a round system. There's no standing 8 count. The 3 knockdown rule is in effect, and there's no saving by the bell except in the last round. And it looks like Zouski will get through another one. He has taken a beating through 2 rounds against the slugger from Catskill, New York. Trained and honed by The late, great Customato, now trained by Kevin Rooney. Tyson made his network debut in February on ABC. He took on rated contender Jesse Ferguson. Ferguson was more or less unwilling to fight that night and did a lot of clinching and holding. And finally, in the 6th round, the referee called him a TKO loser when he refused to break from a clinch for about the 5th or 6th time during the night. A packed crowd up at Rensselaer's Fieldhouse in Troy, New York, witnessed that fight. Zouski bounces a right hand off the head of Mike Tyson, who's not exactly thinking defense in there now. Some more awesome shots from Tyson. Tyson, one of the most magnificent in-fighters I've seen in years. Probably the best heavyweight on the inside was smoking Joe Frazier. Tyson may be every bit as good, and possibly more so because his right hand, I believe, is better than Joe Frazier's. Frazier, like Tyson, a converted southpaw. But as I said earlier, unlike many converted southpaws, Jerry Cooney included, many of those converted southpaws do not have any power in the right hand. Tyson is not one of them. Tyson just committed to body work, really not looking for the head at all, looking to take this man out by chopping down the tree, working that refrigerator. Solid right hand to the body by Mike Tyson, who looks to be just getting some real heavy live sparring in there. Got Zouski in big trouble against the rope, but Tyson lays back because Tyson is an outstanding finisher. I think he's just trying different things in there tonight. The one thing I don't like about that, if you're working on certain things, you risk getting head-butted or maybe taking a thumb in the eye. Except not tonight, taking a thumb in his glove. There's a solid right uppercut, and I don't know what's keeping Steve Zouski on his feet. He said he was most proud of the fact that he's never been off his feet before, and now he switches for a moment to the southpaw stance and tries to rock 2 right hooks off Tyson's head. With about 20 seconds to go, and there is a solid shot. Doesn't look like he'll beat the count. The count is 8, 9, 10, and this one's over. Arthur McKenney says you did not beat the count, and indeed he did not. A 3rd round knockout, not TKO, but 3rd round knockout for Mike Tyson, who ups his record to 19-0 with 19 knockouts.
And was able to retaliate.
Remember what we said. Keep the fight clean, everything will be cool. First guy that messes up, it's going to cost him. Shake hands now, good luck to you.
Round number 1, Ratliff comes out quickly.
You have to see how Ratliff's going to post this fight. Whether or not he's going to move and stick, try to stay out of harm's reach, or try to exchange punch for punch with Mike Tyson. His best bet is use that jab. Here, Ratliff is actually running. He's not actually boxing and moving and utilizing the ring.
That, of course, was the tactic of Mitch Green, one of the 2 fighters who has gone the distance with Mike Tyson.
What happens to a majority of fighters that face Mike Tyson, they are more so on the defensive. Very few fighters have taken the initiative to try to be offensive with Mike Tyson.
Well, Jose Ribalta did it, and did it actually relatively well.
Well, he's one of the few guys that was able to test the chin of Mike Tyson and exchange punch for punch with Mike Tyson. The other guys are more reluctant to stay back and just run, as Ratliff is doing here.
Yeah, so far it's a track meet. There was a right hand by Tyson.
And when you give Mike Tyson momentum, you ask for problems.
A left and a right behind it, no knockdown, says Davey Pearl. That was a slip. And Ratliff continues on the bike.
cut them down with your palm a little bit. Cut them down. Put the angle down quick.
That's it. You do it. All right. So we got to punch in combination. Take a deep breath. Still on, stay still. Still on, stay still. Move another round and punch in combination this time. Okay?
I'm wondering whether he's going to be on a 10-speed or a 12-speed in this round.
On his trunks it says Spartan, and I think that was an apt description of his performance in the first round.
Ratliff has been moving a great deal, not doing too much. What he has to do is stop ever so often and fire back, throw some punches.
Well, he threw a right hand there, but I'll tell you, he got out of there right after he threw it.
Well, what happens, Ratliff is anticipating a counterpunch from Mike Tyson.
There was a right hand by Tyson.
What Ratliff can do, because he's so tall and rangy, he can try to catch Mike Tyson reaching in. Like so. That was a good opportunity there.
And there was a left hand.
It was a classic punch, and Ratliff I don't think he'll get out of this round.
Can the man finish? And Tyson has left little doubt about that so far. Right hand, that should be just about it. Davy Pearl looking very closely. And that's all. It's over.
Let's take a look and see how Tyson very professionally has cornered Ratliff, and then a short left hook. And the reason, again, as I've stated before, his punches are so effective is that he's always moving forward, always looking to hurt the other guy. Now as he moves in to end the fight, Ratliff is hurt. That right hand hurts him some more. It's just a question of letting him fall and get away from the ropes. Left to the body, left to the head, right to the head. The bicycle had a flat tire.
And the rider
by
fell
a left
off.
hook. A lot of guys are going to try to run from him. But as they said about Joe Louis, you can run, but you can't hide.
Weighing 2. What people are really already starting to forget is that there was no great medal to win. The Cubans weren't there, the Russians weren't there. If Tyson had been there, trust me, he'd have won a gold as well. It's Tyson in white, Trent Singleton in the blue with a gold trim. We're in round 1. Well, we didn't get much of a chance to see Tyson, what he had to offer in his first fight, and already in what, seconds, Singleton touches down. He gets a mandatory 8 under New York State Athletic Commission rules, and already, from what little we've seen of Mike Tyson in his pro career, down goes Singleton again, left hook this time. This boy is tough. Doesn't throw many jabs, comes in, works close, hooks to head and body, and he's just a perpetual motion machine so far. This isn't going to go too long. Trent Singleton in all sorts of trouble. Yep, 2 fights, 2 wins for Mike Tyson. We're back in Albany. We're back for opponent number 3. 23rd of May, 1985. Hard to believe Tyson's debut was just the 6th of March. He hasn't really crammed in hardly 6 minutes of fight action into his pro career so far. I wonder whether Don Halpin is going to extend Mike Tyson where Hector Mercedes and Trent Singleton have failed to do so. This is one formidable young man, Mike Tyson. Many felt that it should have been him and not Henry Tillman to go to the Los Angeles Olympics last year. But it was Tillman, won fair and square, beat Tyson not once but twice. He won the gold medal. That's his trainer, Kevin Rooney, who was a pretty decent welterweight in his day. Referee just giving them a little briefing. Don Halpin trying to give Tyson the eye, and I am glad. I tell you, I am glad I am this side of the ropes and not that side of the ropes, because Tyson, significantly, not one of those 9 wins has been inside the distance, so he is not going to hurt Tyson. Can he survive? Tyson. We know from what we've seen so far, he is not a fighter who throws a lot of jabs. He likes to work in close, just puts out a little left feeler and then comes in swinging behind that. Halpin, nicely tucked up, good technique. But these body shots, they hurt. Trust me, they hurt. It's very rare that you will see a fighter stop with a single body shot. What they do is they sap your strength. They will wear you down in later rounds. That was a little bit near the borderline. Tyson gets away with it. Left hand, left foot forward, as indeed it's probably asking a bit much in a young fighter's fledgling professional career to put him with a southpaw just yet. That'll come, that'll come. Already we're seeing a different side of Mike Tyson tonight. It's almost as if his corner have said to him, listen, you don't have to win every fight inside one round. Feel this guy out. This guy, professional fighter, Don Halpin, experienced 27 fights. Tyson has had just the 2. So feel this man out. Give him a little bit of respect. Probe for his weaknesses. Find out what his weaknesses are. When you found out what those weaknesses are, then you can exploit them. Tyson notably slower a few moments ago against Mercedes and Singleton. Tyson exploded out of his corner for those 2 fights. This, a much more calm, a much more measured approach from this young man. Originally from New York City, now fighting out of the Catskills, where his mentor and father figure, Customato, has been raising him in the fistic arts. It looks as though, you know, that Halpin's going to get through a round. Tyson down on his heels. We saw him around the first couple of fights. It's almost as if, as I said a moment or so ago, that his corner have told him, just extend this a little bit. Don't be in a rush to finish. And this is a good opening round. Good opening round for both boys. Halpin, to his credit, he's come to fight. He's testing Tyson out. But Halpin, he's no mug. Good first round. Great things expected of Tyson. Customato, who, if you're a fight fan, will know was the guiding light behind the career of former world heavyweight champion Floyd Patterson. You will know that when D'Amato says this man can be a world beater, you've got to listen to it, you've got to respect it. But it's his professional career, because we haven't had a chance to see yet exactly what he's capable of doing. We can see he's a superbly conditioned athlete. Well, that's down to Kevin Rooney and the gym work. He's a good short puncher. We haven't really seen him throw a jab worthy of the name yet. The great Eddie Futch, trainer of Joe Frazier, sitting me down and telling me what Muhammad Ali's weaknesses were. And I was a fellow who thought Muhammad Ali didn't have any weaknesses until Eddie Futch told me. And when Eddie Futch had explained it to me, and you watched Ali next time, you realised the truth of what he was saying. So the perfect heavyweight has not been born, but maybe Mike Tyson might be, because that was a jolting little left hook that shook Halpin right down to his heels. He backs up, tries to hold. Tyson clubs him off again with the left. Tyson just jinking side to side. Good upper body work from Tyson, looking for the opening, fires out a jab, misses. Going back to what I was saying about Ali,
never missed with a jab, hiding inside. Now, Tyson is almost the mirror image of that. Haven't seen him jab effectively yet, but boy, when he gets within close range, you better watch out, because he is a bit good. And he's starting to get through to Halpin now, and he's starting to hurt him. Leading with the right, just switching to southpaw there for a minute. Leading with the right hand, right foot forward. Good right hand again from Tyson. Hasn't quite got his range yet as the youngster. A bundle of trouble waiting to happen. And who knows what would have happened if Customado hadn't picked him up and taken him under his wing. Let's not dwell on that. Let's dwell on the positive. Let's dwell on the fact that we just might be seeing a man who could go on to great things in this heavyweight division. End of the second, Tyson glares at Halpin. They've managed to go 2 rounds. Round 3 now of the scheduled 6-rounder in Albany in upstate New York. Mike Tyson in the white, Don Halpin in the blue with the white trim. 2 completed rounds. Tyson has taken them both quite easily. But Halpin has posed in the sort of thought-provoking opposition that Hector Mercedes and Trent Singleton, the opening 2 opponents who folded inside around the pair of them. Maybe Kevin Rooney in the Tyson corner has said, well, okay, you've worked this man out, open up a little bit now. A little rueful grin. Snakes out a right. You saw Tyson's head go back there. Score 1 Halpin. Once again, Tyson switched to southpaw. Back to orthodox now. Now that's a sign of supreme confidence, isn't it? A young man in only his 3rd pro fight, effortlessly switching between orthodox and southpaw. Again, fighting out of the southpaw stance. I think this is really just to see if he can, against an opponent who, as I've already said, is not going to hurt him. Halpin has never stopped anybody. I'm not even sure whether he's ever decked anybody. So he's not going to hurt Tyson. So Tyson can use this experience to just try out a couple of new moves, because there's a big difference between the gym and the ring, as any pro will tell you. And he hurt Halpin there. And every now and then, when Tyson gets through with a shot, he really shakes Don Halpin. And you can sense that Tyson holds on. He's backed up himself on the ropes. Wily old pro, the chin tucked down, but he gets clipped with a right hand then. Not be able, I tell you, to take too many of those. Tyson now starting to double up. Hooking off that jab, again fighting out of the southpaw stance, which he's favouring increasingly more in this fight. Maybe he's realised that Halpin doesn't like it when he comes at him southpaw fashion. Crowd, unlike the first couple of fights, pretty quiet. Reacting to the good punch, but absorbed like I am, really, because, to be quite honest, having seen round 4 then. Oh, good short. That's a short sneak right. Halpin's head jerked back. No. It was just a little vanity exercise. Maybe Kevin Rooney has said to him, okay, boy, you've had your fun. Now time for business. Well, this is a much slower, a much more measured Mike Tyson in Albany tonight. Good right hand. Halpin down. Early in the 4th, can Tyson finish this? I think so. I think so. That's enough. Yeah, here we go. Now this is the punch, the left hook that drives him across the ring. The fight was over then. Bang! That was the punch.
He's wearing the white trunks with green trim and weighs 217 pounds even. From Catskill, New York, he is undefeated in 3 professional bouts, all victories, all knockouts. Ladies and gentlemen, a big hand for Mike Tyson. He's wearing the black trunks with white stripe and weighs 184 1/4 pounds. From Columbus, Ohio, he's also undefeated 7 in a row, 5 by knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, Rick the Ram Spain.
Gentlemen, you're fighting in the state of New Jersey. There's a 3 knockdown rule at my discretion. There's a mandatory 8 count. There's a standing 8 count. When I tell you to break, I want you to protect yourself and step back at all times. The bell only saves you in the last round. Any questions? No, sir. Shake hands, come out boxing. Good luck, gentlemen.
This man, Ricardo Spain, he's having only his second pro fight. 1 fight, 1 win. Mike Tyson, 3 fights, 3 wins, 2 inside a round. And the last one against Don Halpin. And Tyson, we've already seen in his brief pro career, hits like a steam hammer. The eyes of the giveaway. Oh, left, the legs have gone. This is all over. Wow, brother. 4 fights, 4 wins for Mike Tyson. Really stand and take notice. The left hook, the power was astonishing. The legs just went every which way.
But as you look at that young man for 19, you have to like the strength and aggressiveness he has. You and Customato, he's stated flatly he thinks you're going to be the youngest heavyweight champion, the greatest heavyweight champion.